Hello everyone, I hope you're well. Now today's video features the Bolton Bomber, Marc Barton, and this is from his session at our recent winter camp, and I asked him if he would show some Muay Thai knee strikes, because I often put knee strikes into my techniques and I just thought it might be a useful thing for some of the other Aikido practitioners on the mat to see and have a play around with. Now he breaks this down in quite a lot of technical detail. It's quite interesting to see how some of the power is generated, and I hope this is going to be useful for a lot of you. All the normal stuff, smash below, and thank you so much for watching.
So, I have a background of Muay Thai where I lived in Thailand for a while, and I thought we'd put in some knees, because very often when you're opening people up, you see the ribs open up, so very easy to put a knee in. So we'll do some basic knee strikes today, and the same as what Sensei Jason was talking about today. Everything's in your hips, and even with your knees, you're generating. If you just go to knee like that, you're not gonna achieve anything. So you're trying to generate your knee with your hips going forward to thrust forward. So if I can get somebody up here, yeah, Liam. And basically, well, we'll go from a straight knee, and you just put your guard up. And normally you're trying to reach the solar plexus. I'll probably just about reach the groin on Liam here because he's a bit. But basically, you're trying to block in those. If you had gloves on, you'd be trying to block in those from coming at you. And your back knee's going to come up from there, and as it comes up, your heel should be touching your bum. So that heel comes up to touch your bum, your toes point backward, and that's giving you the sharpest point that you can inflict the damage with. So again from there. So I've got from there, that comes up, and as that comes up and it's pointed, I'm pushing through with my hips. So, and you're trying to drive that forward past him into there. If you don't use your hips, all you're going to get is this. You're not going to reach him, and if you do reach him, you're not going to do much damage, but you're trying to push through with your hips, and it's the same in most martial arts. Your hips are everything. So from the other, if this was coming from a punch, so if you've done your block from a punch and I'm reaching over him, that straight through, and I'm aiming for that solar plexus. Okay, if he punch with the other hand, right, that's going to be a bit hard for me to get through there. So I swap over. So your knee should be coming from behind. You can't get a lot of power from there. So always come from your back. Yeah. So do you want to have a play around with that? I've seen a lot of you going off to do a diagonal knee straight away, there's nothing wrong with that. It's by far, in my fighting style, that's what I always like, trying to get off to the side. But these straightforward knees, they're very formidable. And if you get them right, there's so much power. In those. So we're just trying to stay straight up the middle for now. So, Liam, can I have you again? So, left punch. Deflected to the side, reaching over, and that's straight up the middle, like that. Go from the other side. I'm trying to keep that straight. Yep. Right, we'll do the diagonal one now anyway, which is the same. So I've come off to the side a little bit there, as you see, this comes up, and then there's a little twist, and you're going up on the ball of your foot with that little twist, whereas the other one was straight forward. This is going up on the ball of your foot with the little twist like a kick. Yeah. All right. Ball of your foot. And then you're still generating the hips going forward as you pull that through. Speed it up a little bit. Let's give it a shot. Okay, so just to reiterate that with the straight one is straight through. That's your straight knee. And you're coming up on the ball of your foot, but it's going shortest distance between 2 points. The diagonal one off to the side, your foot's on the outside a little bit, and as you're coming up with that diagonal one, you're twisting in on the ball of your foot. Okay, another knee is it's kind of an inside slapping knee. It's used a lot in Muay Thai, mostly for points, for just getting points in when you're in clinches. You kind of bring the knee up to the side, and then you're kind of slapping it with the inside bone here. You can hurt the ribs with them, but like I said, it's mostly just for getting points in, and they do work. And connected right, you keep connecting it, and over a matter of a couple of rounds, you will see them start covering those ribs, which leaves them open for a hit. So I'll have Liam again. So normally, this is normally come when you're in a clinch. So normally you'd be in a clinch there, and you clinching me around the neck as well. And I will bring this up like this, and kind of slapping it in with the knee, and the leg loosely follows behind it. So after a while, you end up creating bruises all down there. And same with the other one, skip and basically that's it. But again, it's all on the balls of your foot. You see the Thai fighters, usually on the balls of the feet. Your front leg's always a little bit lighter. That's for checking when you're getting kicks come. So you can check. The last thing you want is getting kicked on the leg there when you're planted, because it hurts. Okay, so do that one more time from the other side. Yeah. Leg comes up, slamming it into the ribs. Other side. Thus. Give that a shot, guys. All right, so you probably felt the difference between the side slapping knees, the straight knee, and you'll know what you probably figured out which is the most powerful now. The straight ones are so much power in those straightforward knees. Like I said, these generally for winning points throughout rounds, and just whittling away and making people drop the guard, start protecting that area after a while, once they've had a few. So there is a flying knee. I'm not sure I can still do it because it's like 20 years ago when I used to do this. So, but we'll just use the pads just to demonstrate again all the different knees, so you can get away with that. There's a few more, but I'm out of shape. Probably can't do them anymore. There's a flying knee where you actually land your foot on your partner's knee and jump up and drive into it. So we'll just do the straight knee for now. So just hold them like that. Okay, and straight knee. Turn around. switch knee. Diagonal knee. And slapping knee. Okay. Right, the jumping knee, I'm not sure. We'll give it a shot. Okay, so you're stepping into this and then you're jumping into it. So stepping forward, and as you switch, throwing a little jump into there. It might not be ideal for practicing this because we don't have enough pads, but just giving you an idea of. Okay, stand with this leg out just a wee bit there. Go into a bit of a squat and put them up there. And then there is a jumping knee where you plant your foot onto there, and you have to be doing this with a bit of momentum. And you kind of, so you use the leverage of getting your foot onto there, springing yourself right up, and as you can see, if you've got somebody's head and you're pulling that at the same time, you'll put them down. Okay, I'm out of breath just practicing that. All right. Muay Thai is a young man's sport.